Right. Let's get this going. The game up. So I started a new section of the city, as you'll soon see. It's kind of a hexagon area. Let me load back out so you guys can see that. So our main area, our main city is over here. Um, Technically, I started coming from this direction. Let's reframe that. So we kind of pushed this way north, if you will. This is San Francisco, if you will, so forgive north, south, east, and west. Technically, we're pushing west. The new section is going to be over here. I've mapped it all out. I kind of used took a page out of someone else's book, and I'm trying a hexagon city for a change. I see some benefits, I see some drawbacks, but for what it's worth, it was way different than anything I had done before. I went up to a certain point with it and said, okay, I don't want to build any more off stream. I want you guys to kind of see where I fill in, what I do, and get some suggestions too as we go along with what you feel is best. Maybe where we build and what we don't build as far as like homes and things like that. The only major thing I've done at this point was start I guess the tourism type area, and we could technically move it, but I think I did this last video right there. So, by the way, if you're watching, say hello in chat. Let me know if you're playing City Skylines. Let me know if you like it, what you feel about it, and obviously, if you're watching, leave a like, and possibly subscribe to the series so that you get all the updates of when they come out, all of the streams, and all that. So let's see. I think right off the bat we have this inlet here. We could probably extend out and just continue out of the city. Now that I see this, we have no outlet to this side. And why don't we do that? So I think it's a 30 high on this side here. So we go up to 30 highway, and it's 2 lane. And I think we'll have to do single road. I don't think I can duplicate it simply because of how I built this. Yeah, it's slightly off. So we'll just do single line 30. Let's make it 180 degrees. Oop, keeps trying to push me off the screen. So there's that connection. And then we'll do the same coming back. Exceed city limits. This is going to be fun. Like, it's going to do like that. But then somehow I have to connect it one way, which I'm thinking I can redraw. The other thing I can think of is upgrading it. Weird. I've never had to do a road quite like that, where it goes to the end and comes back. Let's see. We start here. I can start off the page, that'd be great, but I can't, right? So 2 lane, one way. It's also 30. It's just going flat there. What if we tried doing this? We'll take a regular road and branch it off to 4-lane road here. And then I'll come back and see if there's a way I can do this. Because the only way to do it would be, you can't really, you could do that one. What does that one look like? Yeah, we could do that one instead. Okay, let's do that. So we would do this one here. 90. Still not what I wanted. I like to have 2 individual roads, but at least I get my one ways in the end. All right, so we got that connection done. And then now we got to decide, we've got the connection coming up that way. We got the other one coming this way into the town. And then we've got our other connection going down that way, which is kind of more our industrial area. We do not have any power and or sewer connected to the street. So let's take care of that before we get too far into building. So we got what we have of the power, the sewer coming in right here and stopped. I think this is from like a previous attempt at it. So we'll just drag this and then connect it into, we'll go like right there. As long as you see it kind of hang down like that, you can kind of tell it's connected. And then the other one we don't have connected is power, which would be this, and it usually is underground. Go back to here. We go down. I had it connected from over here, I believe, before, and then I like deleted it. Tried to redo it, but we can probably just use this one. Actually, no, here it is right here. This is where I tried to connect it from. So I want to go under. I think I can actually get right on there. Perfect. And then we'll plug it into here. That's really what we need to do. And that was the goof from last time, is we need to have a transformer pick that up. So let's move that more like out over here. So let's place the transformer. So that's how you connect in those power lines. We can do it like right there. And then drag it here. So now we've got power connecting all the roads that are in the area. This didn't connect. So what happened here? Did it just not see? Oh, it's because there's a little bit off there maybe. So it's just, yeah. So that fixed it. Let me go back so you can see that. There's an elbow now. It's a really good connection. Okay, so then now we got kind of our city center here. What I did do is I made the two highways not over, let me kind of overlap each other. Essentially one goes over the other one. We could make them connect into each other eventually, things like that. But for now, it's these areas here that we would look at filling in and or try to get traffic mitigated prior to really developing the area. That's my biggest fear, is how the traffic is going to be handled. And these little connection roads, I'm not sold on where those are. Obviously, I don't have any over here. They're kind of just placements as to the depth of where these are. So I think what we'll do is start with a little bit of like, how should I say it, like our medical and our like graves and things like that, like get all of that planned out first. So we could do like this here or here, one of these little spots. By the way, if you hit I, you go from seeing that one view that you just saw, so you can click into the nautical area and see how it shows the city. In this view, you really can't see what's around it. So if you hit I on the keyboard, it'll let you kind of see what's really around. So we could do something like that right there, I think. And then along with that, we can do the expansion. So we could do all of these. Let's see what room we have to do those. So we'd have to do them more on the side or more on this side, depending on where we put them. Looks like this guy might fit along here. So we could do, I really don't want anything on this street, so I'm okay with all of these being on this side, to be honest. So let's go ahead and say this is the temple. increase well-being. There, and then this is the storing cremated remains of the deceased. We don't have enough room there, nor here. It'd be great if we could put it right on the edge of that. So the only place we could do that one is on this side. But this guy could fit in. Oh man, it would have been nice if we could have fit in right there. So let's go with you there. And then we'll go with you there. Okay, so that is one cemetery completely done. And then the next piece would be we can do a hospital. So let's do hospital. I think we'll want to go more to this side. So why don't we come just the complete opposite? And then maybe put in the hospital. I think there's a couple of upgrades for this. Just trying to keep it off that middle intersection there. I want it to be just slightly off in case we ever upgrade that. So we'll put the hospital there. Let's look and see what the upgrades are. Trauma center. It's not really a whole lot of need for any of these right now. We'll go ahead and do the helicopter. Yeah, I think that's pretty good for now. Okay, so we've got all of the health except we don't actually have the crematorium. So let's go ahead and add that one back. So on this one, I feel like we actually needed more room to upgrade on this one. So we do, let's try here, we can always move it. And then we've got hearse, which we put in the back typically like that. We do cold storage, and we do an additional incinerator. So that covers that one. Okay, so we've got all of the medical knocked out. And then we got the landfill, incinerator, things like that we'll have to consider. So if we're looking at an incinerator, we have to consider where our wind is going. So if we do actually in here, under industrial zones, you'll see the wind goes towards our border on that side. It also goes towards the border out here. And it goes inside here. I want to make sure we don't cause any problems if we want to make like residential anywhere in this vicinity. So I would lend to either making it way over here, which I'm kind of okay with that idea. Maybe even along the coast up here, we do like a little bit of an industry area. And we could do our power unit maybe on that guy. Or we could do power unit there and then keep all the industry somewhere in this vicinity. Oh, we got housing there. We can't do too much there. So it would probably have to be this direction. Okay, so power would be geothermal plant. Oh, we actually have one. I already built it right there. By the way, if you didn't see that, let me know in chat and we can go back through how that adds money to your income by adding power, because it's actually really fantastic, to be honest. Let me check on that guy because I think he should be connected. Okay, there we go. So that's connected now, or at least it should be. And it's actually coming into here, which we also need to add it to the exterior. There. And then there, it is actually done. Okay. I had that actually in place last video that I took it back out. By the way, if you're watching, say hello in chat. Let me know where you're from, maybe if you're playing City Skylines and what you think of it. And if you'd like to have one of these new streets in a new area named after you, let me know in chat what you'd want me to call it, and I'll put it down. You got a street for yourself. Okay, so we've got the hospital, we got the cemetery, we got power. What else do we need? Got water. We really technically don't need it, but let's go ahead and add a few more pumping stations. Come over here. I'll put a little bit of the pumping stations out over here. We'll do like 4 more. And we'll come in and we'll connect all of those up. And then we'll connect that all up to here. It looks like they want roads. For those needing roads, to be honest. I don't remember those ever needing roads. That's okay though. Not a hard thing to do, so we can do one of you guys, want to be level. And if there's something that you specifically want to see in creating a city, do let me know and we'll take a look. So I'm going to actually reuse this corridor here. There. If I hit play, those should go away. Sewage pipe not connected. I mean, oh, you know what? We only needed water. We didn't need sewage, and I did both. That's what I did. All right, let's redo it. And we can just delete. And that was my own fault. I don't need to have sewage coming this way. So water only really is what you needed there. So it's just the blue. Bam, bam, and they are snapping in place. And then I connect it there, and then now that we have this road connected, it automatically is connected. And then got this, if you zoom out, power's connected from here, but the pipeline isn't connected. So let's go ahead and add a connection for that. So we'd come to here. We bring that guy over to one of the roads. And you really want to make sure when you do this, you add a road that you're not going to get rid of. Because like as I'm saying this right now, I could eventually have an issue with overwriting this. So I go down 20. Still gives me overlapping. I wonder why it's doing that. Overlapping here, maybe. So down 20, I could probably come in like right there and be fine. It's maybe this was the overlapping road because it's probably the same lower level. Okay, and then you just kind of zoom in and double check that they're synced and they're kind of seem twisted up in there. So we're good there. Okay, so now we got power. We don't have sewer in this area, and it's probably, we've got sewer here. It's doing decent, but I mean, there's always the chance that we'll need sewer. And I've got enough money, I don't really care, so I'm probably just going to add it so I don't have to worry about it later. So maybe on the other side, so he's using that there. I don't want to actually cause a problem with him and that water that he's doing. So let's come over here maybe and we'll just do it maybe along here someplace. Well, there. And then I want to make sure, because I'm on a road now, so the road actually has sewer built into it as opposed to what we had a problem with here. So I think we're good. We got upgrades we can do, so we can actually do water filter. And then we can do some of these upgrades too, so we'll do a couple of those. So that gives us increased sewage purification, resulting in more sewage being turned back into fresh water. provides increased processing capacity for the facility. So that is great. All right, so we got water, we got healthcare taken care of. Garbage, we need an incinerator, which we don't have. So before I plunk that down, I'm just trying to keep all of this nasty outside of our city if you can. What does the water table look like in the area? I want to make sure to be to natural resources, no, water. Okay, so see how I'm over here in the water that this geothermal plant's way up there? We're trying to keep those separated. I don't want those to touch each other. The other thing you don't want is if this starts getting polluted, I'll need to watch that over time because we're pulling in water right here. And I don't want this to start causing that to be polluted. So if that does happen, I'll need to move him away somehow. One of the things to kind of consider. So then incinerator plant, we can throw that down someplace that makes more sense because we want trucks to come to and from that. So I would think maybe, fortunately, that needs to be closer to town. We don't want the wind to cause an issue because if we put it too far over here, it could cause people being sick. But we also want to make sure those trucks can get into and out of town. Kind of think maybe along this highway over here, we maybe make a little corridor, and we've got this out of the way a little bit too. So if I come over here and I put, let's say, a road, maybe a 90-degree type road somewhere in this vicinity. Or I could even do like, trying to think like that. Okay, and then we do garbage incinerator like that. What I don't like is the fact this is my tourist facility. I really don't want that in the background. This is where you get between a rock and a hard place. It's like you want things to look nice, but at the same time you don't want it to look, you want it to look nice further away too, not just up close. I could add it way out here. It's just a long way for those trucks to have to go to get like to the other side of the city is my worry. Because they'd have to go through here, and they go all the way around. I think we do it for now and then see how it ends up being. I want to get it outside of the city limits if I can. So 90, which I really don't care about that being 90. I just care about it syncing with there and sync it to there. All right, and then now we do incinerator. Put it here. The cool thing is they actually have power, which is great. So we'll double up the incinerator. We'll add an extra garbage depot. I think. Oh, it's on the center of it, and then this is capacity. So we'll put an extra capacity deal be on the back here. And then this guy is power. So I just take the power and then I find another transformer, which is like this guy here, and just sync him up to this. Now there is a potential this one could become overloaded. Just, you gotta know that. Overlapping. I think we're running into that same issue again. So we come here. So it's all tied in there. So some of these lines could be overloaded eventually if we get a lot of power coming through there. So it's just something to think about. But I think for now it should be okay for a little bit. Okay, so we got power done. Water is done. Healthcare, recycling. So we got the incinerator for recycling in a sense of all of our trash needs. We don't have a recycling center. Really, I don't know that it's all that great anyway. So there's that. Schools. So let's take a look at schools. We got medical there. Let's do... kind of want to do college and all of that first. Can only have one technical university. That's interesting. Okay, so we gotta have a university, a college, and a high school. We have a medical university already. So let's put the university... Oh, can't do it. I was gonna say next to that, but we can't. Can I move you here? Yes, okay, and then can I do university? Here, or I could just do it over here even. It really doesn't matter. It's just one of those things that's kind of like where you feel like you want it for now. Do it like dead center on this. There. And then there are a few upgrades for this. So we can do library. You can do it either in the back or the front up here. It really doesn't seem to make much of a difference when you do this. Now, if I do put it away from the center, I have all those tiles that I can use to build, which is kind of nice. So I'm actually going to try doing that. So I'll put it more that section. And then you got an extension wing that you can put in, which I'll go ahead and do that. And then you've got a park. So I could put the park, has to stay connected, unfortunately. But I could put the park as far back as possible. So like right there.
Thank you, Professor. It is a question of priority.
Park. Okay, so then there's our university. And then we can do a college, which we're also lacking college because I know if you look over here, college is about midway, university was getting low. We actually have two of those already. So we can do college like right dead smack in the middle on this side. That's about right. And then what upgrades do we have on that one? We can upgrade the college. We can upgrade to a library as well. Put that right behind it. Okay. And then it actually has a stadium. So it's rather large. Let's see how big that stadium is once we plunk it down. But we'll come right up to the edge in the back on this one. I'll probably have to move this after I place it. Okay, so there's that. See how big the stadium is? So I think what we do on the high school is we'll put it in its own section. So let's move it, and I'll move it kind of like to this side. And then we can do, maybe put it kind of middle. And let's see if we could put the stadium beside it. So it can't go behind, there's not enough room. So beside it, either one way or the other. I'm trying to see, can we tell parking or any of that? Does that matter? I'm just gonna go more center. So I'll go to this side. There. All right, and then we've got the library, and then we've got the expansion wing all included. So we've got that one done, and then what we don't have is the elementary schools. And if you can tell already, I am out of those. I need more. I'm not out of them. I just don't have enough for the kids that we have schools for. So we'll put one there, and then we'll put one over here. And then we'll probably figure out another place, like maybe over here later on, but that's 2 for now. So let's just leave 2 in there for now. In fact, you know what? let's do this. We'll move this one over here for now, just to give it a little more room. I can do it more center for now. Got the park right there. We've got the upgrade, and we've got the clinics. You can actually add multiple of these clinics. It increases the health of the students. I don't know why that's the possibility, but you can do that, and you can do multiple playgrounds actually too, which I found kind of interesting. They just have to be touching the actual area of the school. All right. So that's one school done. We got to go back over here and do this one. And we would do. Oh, look at that. I had just enough room to put in that. Let's do 2 on this one. We'll do 2 of these and upgrade it. I got the two parks, I guess, or playgrounds, and the 2 clinics on that one. Okay, so that's all for school. We got the high school with the stadium. We've got 2 elementary schools on opposite sides of the city. We've got the high school, we've got the university, and we've got the college. Okay, so now it comes to fire. So it looks like pretty much where we put fire down, it will cover the city. We could probably do, let's do over here on this. What I'm doing mentally is I'm saying, okay, I've got a school here. I don't have one over here, the elementary. So I don't want to take that spot away, nor do I want to take that spot away, knowing that we have a real high need for those elementary schools. For whatever reason, they just don't seem to last. Like as soon as I hit play, those students are going to fill up on this one over here. All right, so we're going to put the fire station down. And we've got expansion, so let's just go ahead and load her up. There's that one, which was the training facilities, disaster response. Looks like it needs a little bit of room on the outside, and then the firefighting helicopter operation. That's kind of cool. So this guy could probably go just behind over here, or could even come back this side. Let's try there for now. Okay, so that's fire. And then we don't have a firefighting helicopter depot. Interesting. Police. Do we even have a police station? We do not. We do not have a police station. I'm going to add the police station like in here someplace. Maybe. What I want to do is keep that for a school. Yeah, I'd probably even put a school over there if I wanted, but let's do like right. Can you even do here, but it's a lesser road? I don't see it making all that much difference, ironically. Usually the size of the road really affects the, what's the wording? How good, I guess, the coverage of that would be. But I'm not seeing it make that much difference. Police station. Oh, headquarters. It's much bigger. I was going to go with headquarters, actually. It's overlapping. I don't remember how much the upgrade of this thing took. Let's try if we do it here. What upgrades do we have? Extra jails. Don't know that we need that for now. More space for police vehicles. Let's definitely put that down, and then help put that down. So the jail we don't need, I don't think, specifically because we have a prison already. And the other way we can check on that is here. So jail availability capacity is 425. We only have arrested 39, so we're way in the green on that one. Prison is similar. We have 67 people in prison. Capacity is 550. Crime's pretty low at 3%. What's going on, Eddie? Yeah, so I linked above in chat. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I followed another YouTube guy, the way he did his city. I'm kind of branching off a little bit from what he had, but it's like a hexagon city. I don't know. It seems like it's kind of a thing. I never did this with CS1 either. But it kind of looked cool, so I kind of went with it. It was different than something I built in the past. Yeah. See what we think when we're done, I guess, right? I am fearing traffic. And that was one of the ways I never, I mean, he never really hit play on a city in the end, so I didn't see what the traffic was like, but I'm really worried about like this corridor here having a lot of traffic, and the way he had his, they were jagged intersections. So I made mine a little straighter. Yeah, so we'll see what that looks like in the end. No, it does it? uh, well, we shall see. All right, so that's the police. By the way, if there's something you want to see in this, let me know, man. Just kind of winging it for now. Definitely need to figure out bus stops and maybe even make another bus. Yeah, make another bus terminal over here. That'd be great. I think I do want to keep all of this unscathed. I want to use this for like residential and kind of all our, what would you call them? The signature buildings and or like nice landmark touristy kind of things. Maybe a botanical garden, whatever this stuff is. Maybe we'll use all of that out here somewhere. So maybe we do any industry, it's going to be this side over here, or we're going to have to come this side with that. So bus wise, will be noisy. We got bus station, bus depot. What is the difference here? I don't know if I used both last time. Fuels maintained stores buses. Each fuel stops the depot at a certain interval. Staying in order can be upgraded with an extra garage for electric buses. Interesting. That just looks like a much larger place. What if we did that out here someplace, maybe? Just outside of town? Or we could come with another street this direction out here. No, I don't know. What I'm having a problem with right now, I'm realizing these outside two streets are a little chaotic. They're uh, not connected per se. Like I could do the same connection I did here. I just hate to do more of those. I really want to make all of these connections. In fact, that should be there. You shouldn't come off that inner highway on one side like that. We could do do an under. I wonder what the guy did on the video with that, because I didn't actually see that part where he connected these two. We could do like an underground connection. Be kind of cool. Going under. So let's see, what does that look like? It's gonna make it our own. So we'll do 6 lane, let's say. just to make sure it doesn't get bogged down, and then we can do it like right in front of here maybe. And then we go down 10. Will it give me enough room to do it? No, sirree, Bob. It will not. All right, let's raise the highway up right there then. So then we'll come up to 0. We'll go 90. Come on now. There, and then what we'll do is we'll take this section here and then go up. So it's highway, 2 lane, we'll go up to 10. Actually, gotta start at 0 first, so we'll do that. Now we're parallel. It used to be a 1 connection. Oh, can't even do that, maybe 0.5? Yeah, okay. And then we go up to 10. Straight over. Then we come down. And we connect you in like that. Okay, what I realized we didn't do, oh, maybe it's fine. It's 1 way each side, that's 1 way each side. I don't know why that's labeled the way it is now that I see it. Maybe the kind of road that I used there. What else? Okay, so we got that one fixed. We probably need to do that every so often, I would say. Maybe like we do another one here. This one looks like it's... No, actually it's not connected. This is connected here, obviously. So we do a couple more like that though. So we can do like this side that way. So let's go. Here. And I'm just going to take that is dead center. Might be slightly off, but I think for our purposes it'll work. Okay, and then we come back here. We go up. And then we come back down. Okay, then we got that one done. And then we've got that one, that one. We don't need, we do all of them, I guess, because this one's not connected either. Yeah, all right, so let's do, we're gonna delete you. And then we'll do the same thing here. Right smack in the middle. Come all the way out on this one. It's a little bit of a different scenario over here. Okay. And then so back here, back here. It's even. I gotta come that direction. Now parallel. I'm gonna come up to there, then go up to 10. Actually, I did that wrong. I want it to be up to 10 before there. So we'll do 0. What's the limit wise? 215, 220. I've seen it get about that high. And then unfortunately I've stopped messing with building houses. So we're probably gonna get that resolved here because it will hopefully skyrocket. Why did I just jack that right back the way it was? So I'm gonna do a little bit better job of trying to keep that higher. I just knew we were gonna build a city and I couldn't decide where, and so I kept waiting to do so, if you will. Right, so that's all right. Let's do one here. Kind of wondering if this is not the way this should go. So I reserve the right to rip this out. But I like the idea of these connecting. I don't hate the way they're connecting, so we'll see. See, a roundabout really should be the main connection. And maybe these roads connect into that somehow. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna finish what I'm doing here, and then if I don't like it in the end, then we will change it. So we're gonna come to here, then we're gonna go up to 10. And then down. Why did that do that? That's bizarre. All of them. I don't think there's anything not open now. Except for ocean stuff, which to me doesn't really matter. In fact, we can go over here now and do some timber gathering. In fact, do I even need it now? I don't remember. Timber, we're not at a deficit. We could certainly export that, but we don't have anybody. I built a whole bunch of trees. Yeah, look at this thing, man. It's like a forest over here now. Built a whole bunch of trees over here, so we could actually put a forestry industry over here too. So much so we could put a pier maybe and just have that pier dedicated to this area. I don't know, something to look at too. So there's that. But yeah, there's no tiles on land that I have not unlocked at this point. And we're really close to, where's the deal at? Milestones? We're almost to the Meganopolis. One away. Which I think once the city kicks off, I think we'll hit it. So I'm trying to think of where. So it's just XP. Yeah. There's that. Okay, so we got that one, we got that one, we got all sides done. See if we hate that. And I wasn't trying to emulate everything the guy was doing. I only saw the street layout, and he got to a point where he started putting down tiles of where he wanted things, and I'm doing it from scratch the way I view it at this point. I wasn't trying to say, let's mirror everything the guy did in the video, because you kind of want to make it your own too, right? So for me, the way I would see this is you want your industry on the outside, right? So you want your industry somewhere around the outside, and your business would be next, and your people would be in the inside of the buildings. So it would go like to get to business, business then would get to industry, and then the reverse. So it's almost like you see it here where you go to work, work does need industry, like you need pencils. We got to go to some storage house to get your pencils, which business needs. So it's in this order essentially. And we don't really have an industry area here yet. So that's something we probably need to really consider, whether we build this section here so we have something close enough where they don't have to go way over here to get stuff, because that's right now our closest industry outside of way over here. And then the other piece to that maybe we look at now before we start building is, where's our rail coming in? Because a rail depot would actually help the industry piece. Come to think of it, I wonder, what if we did rail right straight through the middle? And I haven't done any... Eddie, do you have the game? Are you playing this too? Because I don't have any tram or subway whatsoever. So this would be a perfect place. What's up, Sarah? Chips and Diet Coke in hand, eh? How are the chips and Coke? We could do chips and Coke. Rail. Let me go 10. So the rail could go directly over there. Only took 100 hours at HEB. Is that a good 100-hour expenditure, or is that a negative 100-hour expenditure? So that would work perfectly. Store makes 0 cents to you, eh? I mean, you got your chips and your Coke, though. So let's just put that down and then see. Kind of want to unlock these two, Subway and Tram, and just see. No, not. So let's go unlock. I do this so often. Unoff, I should say. So Tram, unlock. Subway, unlock. Oh, we even have the Space Center to unlock too. Just you do not recommend. Man, I need to consider what I'm doing for dinner tonight, because I don't actually have any here. I do too. I could cook. I don't count that as actual dinner though. So trams would be overground. I think if we're going to do train into the city, we would probably be better off doing subways, which I've never done. And maybe we do trams, or we don't do a bus station. I'm sorry, trams. Why is it saying tram still? Subway. And really on that, the one thing I like about the octagon is literally you just make a circle. I can make like 4 of them or 3 of them, one out here all the way around, one in the middle all the way around, one, I mean, 2 or 3, come on circle, I mean, and you're done. So then the train would come in and dump wherever we could have it dump off maybe over here, and then truck in stuff. I'm trying to see if we even need the train to come into the city, is what I'm trying to decide. Well, we probably need it for pedestrian, like traffic, to get that out of the city. These are things I didn't consider as I was building, really, so that's why I'm having to go through it now. The one thing about the cargo terminal is it just goes in and it comes right back out. So it's like it dead ends into it. So we could do basically that and just have it come in, come back out, and we still have to truck all of that out of this area. Whereas the train station, people need to get to that, park, get on. And you have to have in and out train. So on that, question I would have is, what if we delete the road underneath here? So I'm going to delete that. If we delete here, can you do the train station? See, we don't have enough room with that. We could do a little bit more deleting. We'll delete you and you. Train. Can I make the train go under the bridge? That cannot. Does not like that. Okay, so the next question is, this is the 30 high one, right? Can I go higher? So these are things we can try. So if we come in and then we want to build the train, that's going to be a really tight fit though in this vicinity. All for a train, man. All right, so then we got train. I don't really care on the road so much. Let's see. What I could do is put it right outside the city would probably be the better way to have done this, maybe. Because I feel like trying to put it right here in the middle is going to be a little hectic. But like that? We do that middle and right directly in line with that. So we'll go there. And then now the question is, can I build a highway over it? So we're at 30, I think, on that highway. One way, we're at 30, and I want to go to 40 over it. Let's see if that will... Or am I on 20 on this one? Oh, I'm on 20 on this one. I have 30 on the other side. Okay, so I don't want parallel. So if I go 30... Interesting. Doesn't like that. I got a 40. Does not like anything going over that. No me gusta. See, even at 40. What about 50? Oh, it tries to... Okay, so if we don't do it too far over... Okay, when we come back down now, if we go to 40. That works. Okay, so it's the pole. And unfortunately, I feel like that's the shortest length. This is the long length, right? So like if we wanted to do like right here, that's too long because it's got that one pole trying to hold it up right in the middle. Oh, that's our problem right there. But I could come this way with it. Okay, I think... Let me move this back out. Come back over here with it somewhere. And then we make the subway an on-way subway somewhere right here. And they get off the train, they get on the subway, they go wherever they're going to go. We can have one subway go to the other side of town, and we can have a couple of subways doing circles, but this is just to get to the subway, essentially. Because I think it's a little too complicated trying to put that dead center in the city. Or I could do it here. What does that look like? If I delete... Just like having it here. My problem is it will cause traffic because those lines are gonna try to go across the town. All right, what if we try that? We put back our highway. I'm not giving up yet. So here's the ultimate question of the day. I have a hankering for Mexican food, and I can't shake it. Even though I had it 2 days ago. Just haven't had it in so long, and it was actually good, just didn't really like the place I went to. So the question is, because I'm not going out today, do I order it to the house and have a chance of being mildly upset that it wasn't that good? Or do I wait, potentially go eat it tomorrow, even though I'm hankering for it right now? These are the decisions that we have to make. These are the decisions. I kind of wish this was my 30 height and that was my 20 height because I need the rail to be able to go underneath this easily. So what we can do is, let's say we're on rail now. The rail comes in, goes along here. And then we do a little hookaroo to the left. come back down to 0. It's probably hooked that a little bit wrong. Let's try that again. So we do U. What if I just come this way? Can I go up? So let's go down to there. Straight. Now we go up. Why is it? And that street's still going to be hit. It don't matter. No matter what I do, I feel like that street's going to hit. Okay, let's try that one more time. I'm trying to get it to go to 10 before I get to that street. So here's that. There's curves too tight. Oh, I'm not trying to curve. No. No, I just want to delete. No, I want to delete that. You. Curves too tight. Well, that worked. That works. Okay, and then now we go up to 10. What the heck? Why can't I go up to 10? I guess I gotta go straight and then come up. It doesn't like going across the street. That is okay. Odd. Okay, so what if I come from here at 10, right? And then I come down to 0. Bam. 10 here, down to 0. Okay, so it is going to block that street. So be it. Then I take U, I do curve into U. So that's how we get our rail into town coming from this direction. And then it goes through here. We can come back out going that way somehow, maybe. Well, actually, now that I'm looking at this thing, wouldn't it make more sense for that stinking rail to be on this side? And the rail come this way? Son of a gun. I can't win, man. I cannot win. All right, let's do that again. Because here's why I'm saying that. It's because our city's that way, you stinker. And there's rail over here. Like, why am I going to go to the edge of my town with my rail? Golly. All right, so let's try that again. Just be careful we delete just the roads and the rails and not the actual. Golly. All right, so I got that. We take you, we come a this way. We come over here. We're gonna make it right there. So now we can come in, we can come there. We can either go underground, which is probably not right because we're gonna do subways, right? And we'll go right back out the city here. And then we got all this open area to come right back to. And we actually have rail right here that goes to our main city underground. So there we go. We could connect it to that somehow. All right. By the way, if you're watching, say hello in chat. Let me know if you're playing the game, what you think. Are you playing City Skylines? How's it going for you? And if you'd want to have a street named after you, we got a new area of our city being built up as you are watching. Let me know if you might like a street named after you. We'll get you hooked up. You can have your own little slice of San Barista. All right, so we're going to do it's perfect. That just.
What? We're in the air? Oh!
Let's try that again.
Sorry about that. It's
Nope, didn't like that at all. How do we fix that now that I've goofed it? It's like these little edges didn't like the fact I did that.
Don't steal my car. I mean, the old hornbuckle mobile, please.
Uh,
Oh,
what? Oh, street. Ah,
never mind that.
just kidding.
Thank you for listening to Second Moon.
Okay, so we want rail. And then we go rail. Man, it's being difficult. No, I keep getting back into the street because I'm so used to playing with streets. There, okay. And wow, it's just not. No, man, it's not liking it on this one. What if we do our 10 into the middle one to start with? So we come here, we go up to 10. We'll make it straight on right here, right? And then we come down to 0, straight into there. Slope is too steep. I say it ain't so. I say it's not too steep. That's my verdict. What about here to 0? Pudgy McPudgerson, go. Why are you being so difficult? What if we do half step? We do 10. And then we come down to 5. Right there. Now we come down to 0. Can I psych you out? Curve is too tight. I'm not curving, you sucker. I'm just going straight. I'm literally going straight. There is no curve. I'd like to go straight. Let's try deleting Park Street, see if it'll work. That works. Okay. That worked. So that's what it was having a problem with, is trying to build that base in there. And the street was coming in the way of it. Which kind of stinks because it was a little bit of a thoroughfare that we were having, but I guess there could be worse things. So then now we connect you here. We connect you here. Perfect. And then we hook you over. Hold on. To there. All right, we got that done. So now we just finish this guy out. We'll just take him all the way. Really? Yeah, this level 20 is starting to cause a problemo for me. So I could, oh, it's 0. That's why I need to be at level 10. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we'll go to like maybe here. Let's make sure that's a 180. Why is it not letting me get the 180 out of it? So we'll come a little closer. Oh, that 180 is slightly off, man. 180's going out of the thing. I think it's got me slightly off center back there. Okay, so let's not snap. So 180 is like right there. And then now we could go down or in the ground. I don't know. So we'll figure out where we want to connect over here. Let's see. Comes in town right here, right? Goes that way. So we could actually take another slice. One going this way, one going this way, depending on which way we're going. And it's underground. So let's just go ahead and do it. I think we're down 10. Up, down 10. Okay, and then oh, it's like above ground right here. So then we come here, we do a hook to the left, which I'm going to point it in the right direction I want to go. I wonder if it's deeper. Oh, it's got other lines to think about. So let's go down 20 to there. But that didn't connect. What level are you? Oh, you're already at 20. All right, well, redoing that. What the heck? Underground. I probably could have left that piece because it was actually lower. All right, so then back to here, back to here. Okay. So that's how we'd get out of town. And then to come into town, we take that same leg and we'd hook back this way. Okay. And then we take this guy and we come. Let's make it a little prettier by going right along the highway. Oh, it doesn't curve the second time you hit it, unfortunately. So then we come to here. See, that second time I got to unclick for whatever reason. Still not used to it. What's going on, Abdul? I don't understand the last thing you said, buddy, but hi back. I hope you're doing well. We're trying to get... Let's try to go. We're just going to put it right down the middle of this highway we've got, and then that way it's kind of perfectly in line with where we're going with up here. Yeah, sure. So get off that. It's San Barista, or in normal terms, San Francisco. So it's a San Francisco pack. It started over here essentially. All of our wind is flowing towards the ocean. So anywhere you see water, that's the wind. So our industry is here. And then there's a little bit here. That's where I kind of started. I've got another big section that we moved to over here. And then we've got our train kind of depot here. And it's kind of going throughout the city, kind of around this direction. We start kind of our residential area in this vicinity. We've got a little bit of business here and over here. There's business and office buildings there. And then this is kind of our tourist area. We do have a little bit of low, I think it's like, it's abandoned, small homes. Yeah, so that is our low rent housing I need to actually delete. They're not happy because it's too small of housing. And then going into downtown, which is this section here, we kind of redid this. We've got a sunken highway going kind of west is up here, east is that way. And then this is kind of our downtown section. So we've got office here. We've got a little bit of residential mixed with office. We've got business right here. And then we got a little park kind of downtown. And then I did integrate the train here, here, and then just behind you. So I've got train going all the way around this section. That's our major, I should say, like traffic avoider, but it still is not great. And then our University Hills section, we've got our technical university, our university, college, and then kind of an elementary school there. And I did plant down Notre Dame, and then I got a little park across from it here. And then we also have the Grand Hotel addition that I plunked down with it. So that was kind of our one area that I really enjoyed kind of working with originally, trying to decorate it a little bit and that sort of thing. What else? We got the airport, as you saw earlier. It's the international one. Really starting to kind of tinker with it to figure out what makes it work, what makes it not work, and it's doing okay. It's not great, to be honest with you. I don't have a whole lot of passengers in it. In fact, there's only 17 waiting, but there's nothing near it, and I think that draws a lot to it. Essentially, that there's nothing around it to say go there. So I'm wondering, once I get this kind of going with residents that way, if it'll be used more. Oh, and then I have Alcatraz, because obviously we're in San Francisco. So this is our prison. This is Alcatraz prison, if you will. And then we've got an add-on is what that guy is. So it's basically you can add on extra jail cells, an extra wing. I just was testing to see. So I could add another wing here if I build out the land. And I did a nice bridge going out here to it. That's really it. Is there anything I missed that you'd want to see? Kind of have my, I'm from the United States, so we have rednecks, and this is kind of our oil fields and all of that kind of stuff, our redneck area out here, and our little, not one light town, but a little one light town, if you will. Some neighborhoods that are whatnot feeding kind of this industry area of oil. And there's some industry here. And then I think we've got like, what is this guy doing? I think it's stone. You can do, and here you can do stone mining, you can do coal mining, you can do ore or oil. So I think that's ore actually is what this one is. So, and then this is the other piece that's kind of neat. You come here, your production, and you can say, okay, well, what do I need more of, right? Like, am I making enough oil, or am I making enough, I don't know, stone production for what I need? And you can see that here on this production tab. So you've got all your things you could produce on the left, and then you see your deficit. So I'm well in it, you know, I'm producing more. I've got a surplus of almost everything. This is not working. I guess either I'm not using vegetables in the pause that you're seeing. I'm just paused right now. And the textiles I'm definitely negative on. I think those are both negative. So I definitely need to, like, essentially there would be a red dial here. So I'm paused right now. I'm still building that city as Y. So I definitely need to get more, I think, chicken farms, vegetable farms, and textile. Those are the three I need to work on more. And then you can kind of go down, you can see material goods, like what each of those things will equal. So if you, I don't know, if you're doing vegetables, you'll have a lot of this, like you see the chicken on the right. Well, let me see if I can move my mouse over. You see, I can't move my mouse off it, otherwise it'll go away. But if you have a chicken farm and vegetable farm, you'll have a surplus of food, which is what I don't have. And you see that actually right here, because I'm negative. I'm actually importing all of this. This is kind of where it gets a little deep, and you got to kind of see what you need and what will make your city more efficient by farms and all of that. So, and this is more of your business side of it. So I got software, so I need more office buildings to make up more production in the software, and then I won't be at a deficit. Same with communications, I think is what this one is. Yeah, telecom. And that's finance, I believe. Yeah. So a lot to work on still. Just kind of figuring out as I go. Been fun. We're about to hit 20, level 20, which is the very end milestone. So essentially that's technically the end of achievements, if you will. I would have everything unlocked at that point. But we're getting close. I'm not really ever trying to hit that. I could care less. It was more of just that's the progression you go through, obviously, when you get to certain populations or things like that. So But yeah, if you have questions, just ask. And if you'd be so kind to subscribe and at least leave a like on the video if you're enjoying it, you'll catch the notifications when I go live in the future, and you'll be able to see all the videos that come out. I'm sure eventually I'll be creating a brand new city so you could see it from the start, if that's something you want to do. So let me come back over here and we'll go back. So we're underground. I don't need the curve, I don't think, so much now. So we'll come into here and let's start coming up ever so slight. All right, so then it actually came above ground right there. I don't really know if I like that. I guess we'll just go with what it is. Oh, it's up 10. So we do have to come up and out. And then that would be that. So now our rail is actually fully connected, exterior and interior, to here. We just need to get the exit. So we take the rail here, come out this side someplace, essentially. And then maybe for now, just connect it into the underground. Right here has a spot to connect to. Let's see what that looks like. So we go rail here, and then we go underground. You can kind of see it faintly right there. I don't know that that's, well, that is 20. Okay, so we could do one hook going this way. And then we'll just follow this highway back. You don't really need the curve anymore. So we'll just come all the way over to, actually I'm gonna stay with this highway. Why isn't it letting me, it's negative 20. Oh, because those go, I guess, underground. So we had to go negative 30 to get underneath it. That's fine. That doesn't matter really. Okay, and then I'll kind of hook a little bit and then get kind of parallel to that. So then we'll go like this. And then we'll do the same thing, kind of going back. And let's go ahead and come up to 20. Somewhere in there, maybe? Okay. And then what I'd like to do is end up being overground pretty soon. This is going to be a little hard to make happen. So maybe we go underground until right about there and then come out. Can I do that without? Can't. I got to stay 30 to there. So let's try it like right. Slope is too steep. Interesting. All right there. Okay. Did I come out of the ground? No. Stay underground. Okay, perfect. And then we come up to 10, which would be here. This could be really tight to get to height to 10 from negative 10 right now. Right there. And I need to come up to 10 now before I get to that street. I think it's going to make it. No, it didn't make it because I got to get over that street at 10. Okay, so we came out of the ground right here. Maybe we just make it 10 right here somehow. So let's delete this. Delete there. Delete there. Delete there. All right, and so here, let's just see if we can't get to 10 somehow. And that's rail. So I think I'm negative 20? I'm trying to remember where I was. Yeah, it's not liking me. So what if I just go Interesting. Well, what I could do is delete my highway, solve my problem, and put my highway back. Two ways to solve this problem. So we come here, we go this guy, here we go back down -10. We're doing this straight. We don't really care on that. And then we want to go 10, which is there. Curve too tight. You are already out of the ground, man. I don't get how that's too tight. Let's do this. And then let's come back. We're at 10 right now. So I'm gonna actually make my rail where I wanted it, which is like that. Okay, and then now I'm just gonna go in to meet that essentially, which I think it's -20. Yeah, but gotcha. Gotcha. I'll get you one way or another. All right, so then now I have to connect these two highways higher up, make them look kind of uniform. And that's okay. We'll just redo the highway. So we'll come a little further out to like there. And then I think these are highway here, 2-lane. Parallel, we're gonna do 10 as I think where they're at. And that is not enough. It needs to be a 1. Perfect. And then they're gonna have to go really high. Pretty quick. And hook. Like that. Of course, something's in our way. We could do that. God, I think that worked out really well, actually. Okay, so then we do you right into there. We do you. Trying to get it to like me. There. No. Where's the 180? Why is it not? There we go. How about there? It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look terrible. So we're coming from a wider highway to a more narrow highway here. So it is going to look slightly off, but I think that's pretty good. All right. All right, so last piece. Probably gonna take a quick break. I'll do rail. We're above ground now. So let's do the magic. We want that to come from here to here. Still having that same problem, which is okay. So then we'll come into here. Bring the rail all the way down. It's a 10. Now we want to hook. There. Down to 0. Perfect. I think we didn't even have to move that street this time. That worked out really well. As long as we can connect this in. Oh, you dirty dog. Yep, that street's still gonna be a problem. Overlapping. Well, what if we just delete the street?
Second Moon Radio with your host, J. Thomas Hornbuckle. Tune in tomorrow for a second chance to hear the music of yesteryear.
Thought I had it at one point. There. All right, and then the street. Might be able to go right back. 0? We're going straight. Oh, come on, really? That's funny, man. It's just so like barely off. So we go down like 5 and then back up to 0. What does that look like? So the only downside of that is if we have to put a subway somewhere around here and it needs that little dip for the subway. But that's okay. Let's see. And I can always rework it if I need to. That kind of gives us an idea for this if we need to redo this one too. So, but it worked over there for whatever reason. Okay, so we got that connection. I mean, upgrade wise, we could put a taxi stop. We can do service station. Why not? Don't need extra platforms. You know, I don't think I did any of those upgrades on the other ones. I'm probably pretty good too because taxis are great, and then shops brings in traffic, which is why they'd come there anyway. All right, so I'm gonna pause, I think, right there. And we'll come back and then maybe fill in. Maybe we start looking at the subway prior to putting in the housing and then start on that. So we'll look at the subway, which we've never done before in this city. Get the subway stops mapped out. And then we're not doing any bus, I guess, in this one. So we're going to change completely and do just subway in this little section here and see how that works for us. But if you're watching live and enjoy what you're seeing, please leave a like and consider subscribing. If you're watching the video after recorded, I hope you enjoy this. Definitely consider subscribing and catching the lives as I go live. You get a notification if you've subscribed, and then obviously really would help if you engage with the video after the fact by commenting or leaving a thumbs up like. I'm gonna close out the session for now, and then if I'm on later and you subscribed, you will get a notification that I'm back live tonight. If not, I will see you guys next time. And Abdul, I appreciate you chatting. Eddie, it was great chatting with you earlier, and I'm glad you're liking the city. Sarah, I will talk to you later. Thanks all. Have a good evening for now.